Hello everyone and welcome back to this third installation of the Brussels Beer Project Advent Calendar on the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Well, we've had a good run this week already. It is now Friday, we're on to our third beer. We had a Helles Lager and a very special Thai soup inspired Ludlock, which was pretty amazing. So let's check out what's waiting for us on our third day. I already saw that there was a number 3 on this happy couple taking a selfie. Oh, no can today. Oh. Not the easiest one so far. And it is Weekend by Brasserie La Jungle in Anderlecht. I happen to know this brewery by name. I haven't had any of their beers. I do believe they're a fairly young brewery. And I think they will be neighbors of the Brussels Beer Project soon. I already see it's quite hazy in the bottle. Might not have been a good idea to keep the advent calendar upright. First thing I see is a Volkswagen van, of which I'm a fan. I see this is a Grisette. Grisette is a Belgian beer style I'm not that familiar with. I do know this is a southern Belgium style, like a little sister of the Saison or the farmhouse ale. And if you guys paid attention 2 days ago, you'll have heard me say that I'm a fan of Saisons, so I have very high hopes for this. It is a bit lighter, it's a 5% ABV, which is not bad. I do see one detail here, which I find quite funny. The best before date is stamped May 2021 and is corrected by hand, I believe, with a pen to be 2022. So I'm guessing this is a fresh beer, but they just made a misprint. No problem there. Let's see. It's all in French and my French is not all that good. I am Belgian, but I am from the Flemish region, not the Walloon region, and I'm sorry to say that my French isn't great. Let's see. Inspired by Grisette, Weekend in bière blonde, couleur pale. So it's a pale blonde beer, ultra sèche, so very dry, rafraîchissante, very refreshing. Houblonné à froid avec du Styrian Golding, variété de houblon Chopin. So it's dry hopped with Styrian Golding, well, hops from Slovenia, but I do think that every beer lover or connoisseur does know the Styrian Golding. It's one of the very standard hops. Nonetheless, a very good hop. I do believe that Grisette is also made with Saison yeast. And I have read a story about Grisette meaning a young working class woman or even a part-time prostitute or courtesan. I have no idea whether that's true or not, so really don't call me out on this. And if anyone does know the real story, please let me know. I have seen on the Brussels Beer Project website that they promise this to be well, a Grisette, a Saison, a dry beer with some spicy and floral notes, so I'm very curious, very high expectations, and like I said, I must say that I'm not very familiar with the style Grisette. I am quite familiar with the farmhouse ale style, the Saison style, like a Saison Dupont or a Tank 7 for the Americans amongst you. However, I do know 2 Grisettes. One of them is the Saint-Feuillin Grisette, which is also a very good brewery, by the way. If you get the chance, check that out. Especially now during the holidays, I believe the Saint-Feuillin Grand Cru will be back. And there is a brand called Grisette, but I haven't had the chance to taste those, and I don't know whether it's just a name or they really do make a Grisette. I have seen some fruity beers from them. Of course, we do have a bottle today. Another can, so I'm gonna need my bottle opener here. And let's see where this is going. Ooh. Smells quite dry as expected, but also very malty, a bit yeasty. Honestly, all things that I do like in a beer. Try to pour it a bit careful so I don't get everything in the glass. Well, they don't lie when they say it's a pale beer. Honestly, it's so light in color, it's almost see-through, but it's still a bit hazy. Like I said, there's a bit of yeast left in the bottle. That should work. Very much like the label too, by the way. Reminds me of the Belgian coast. Or for that matter, any coast probably. I'd say this is quite a pale yellow, even orangey color. It smells quite rich. There's a lot of aroma, but it's not overwhelming. Quite thin. I also love this nice head of foam. Very tiny bubbles, very consistent. And I probably can't show you guys this, but if you look in the glass, in the beer, there's a lot of CO2, a lot of carbonation bubbling up, a lot of purling, very fine bubbles. And this is not an engraved glass, so yeah. So far so good. I already really like this. Now, proof of the pudding is in the eating, of course, or the proof of the beer is in the drinking. Oh yeah, I like this. It's very soft. A bit yeasty, as expected. I'm thinking about a bit of bread flavors. Floral indeed. They promised floral. I do taste floral, but like a soft, a very soft, light floral hint, like violet flowers. Maybe a bit spicy, but spicy like herbs and spices, not spicy as in hot. Maybe a bit of coriander, cilantro. I don't know if that's in the beer, but I do taste it a bit. It does taste very light as well. Light in alcohol, but also light in like mouthfeel. It's full-bodied, still yet light. I don't really know how to explain this, but it is very tasty. A bit dry indeed, so they didn't lie about that either. One word that comes to mind is bekomtlichheid. I heard this word in a Dutch podcast, a beer podcast, and I instantly fell in love with the word. It's a German word and it means like bekommt mir noch ein, give me another one, bekomtlichheid. It's like a very drinkable, very light beer, a very nice beer. Like I said earlier, one of my favorite beers is the Duvel Triple Hop Cashmere, but that's not a beer to say give me another one and another one and another one. That's a very heavy beer, a very strong tasting beer. I like one, I like two, but I'm not gonna go out like all evening on just that beer. I like to switch back and either like a Pilsner beer or something like this. This is actually perfect to go out for a night, go to the bar, play a game, have a talk with some friends, have a light beer. Yeah. My only remark with this would be it's quite thin, a tiny bit watery, but then again, that doesn't have to be a problem. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this beer. As always, cheers. If you like this, well, just let me know. Just like this thing, or a comment, or even subscribe if you want to know what else is in the box and whatever I'm gonna do in January. So cheers.